In the name of God, peace be upon Prophet Muhammad, Your Excellency, Mr. Mohammed Al-Wahsh, the Minister of Education in Jordan, Your Excellencies, the Ministers of the Education in the Arab countries, Mr. John Jlassi, the head of the ArabBrains organization, and the heads of the companies represented here in this meeting room. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, at the beginning I would like to greet this great forum that is aiming at interaction between all the supervisors of the education and higher education and the actors in the areas of production and education and information technology, which allows to have a new push for the education process, which is considered as the main pillar in our countries, which are betting on the human resources and pushing forward the energies and the capacities and capabilities towards creation. So I would like to thank whoever worked on organizing this summit, and I would like also to thank the government of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for their hospitality, and to thank the ArabBrains organization for organizing this summit and for the hospitality. First of all, I would like to mention some numbers regarding Tunisia. In Tunisia, we have 13 government universities. We have one virtual university. It includes 192 faculties and universities. These universities are distributed on the lands of Tunisia. Regarding the private sector, we have 46 private institutions, including all different scientific specialties. Regarding the budget of the Ministry of Education, it represents 8% of the budget, whole budget of the country. We add 16%. So the total would be 24% of the total budget. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the great achievements which were made by the Arab countries in the area of the higher education, we face a lot of challenges. And I would like to add to what my colleague said from Oman. First of all, the great increase of the numbers of the students and the increasing social demand on higher education in many Arab countries. Second of all is the decrease of the outcomes of the educational process, which that urges us to develop our curricula. The third challenge is the insufficiency of the ICT in universities in order to interact with the knowledge economy. The fourth challenge is the lack of partnership between the universities and economic institutions in a way that ensures covering the labor market. So the situation of the higher education before the recent Tunisian revolution, I believe that we had a lot of problems regarding the absence of the strategic planning in the higher education sector. So it was necessary, since the revolution of dignity in Tunisia, to start with correcting the situation of the education and higher education and rebuilding the Tunisian university in until 2050, and to give it back its role in establishing the knowledge economy culture. We are aware of the size of the reform process and the efforts which it needs, taking into consideration our people's aspiration. In Tunisia, after the revolution, we want to rebuild all of our constitutional institutions, starting from reformulating the constitution. All of the constitutional institutions will be rebuilt. This is the most important thing, and that this will include the universities, as it is the most important educational institutions. Since a year, we have started with a national committee for higher education and scientific research. Includes a number of academic researchers and professors from the universities, and this will include many sectors from the civil society, universities, schools, unions, associations, business owners, and also the Tunisian capacities outside Tunisia. We will get the assistance of foreign expertise in order to build the features of the university of the future and to build the curricula. In this process and reforming the educational process, we have four aspects or four axes. First of all is to improve the quality of education in our country. We have what is called the EMED system, which is adopted by many European countries and many MENA countries. This depends on the master and the PhD degrees for the degrees. The second axis is what is called the university map, because there is a great imbalance between the governorates in Tunisia. I believe that there's a great imbalance. We have to redistribute the resources in the Tunisian areas. The third axis in the reform process is the governance, the good governance of the universities. First of all, it starts with the autonomy and independency of these universities. And the fourth axis is the creativity, and scientific research. Ladies and gentlemen, through looking at all of the facts, I believe that the quality of education is the most important thing of all. And this is the great interest for all the stakeholders. It is as important as the free education and the raising the quantity of education, actually. In addition to measuring the indicators of the performance in the educational institutions, we need to increase the level of technology and information technology and communication, and there we can see the great opportunities to invest in the educational process. After this, the second generation, or what is called the 2.0 internet, and having more virtual universities and remote learning or e-learning through the internet, and launching many virtual libraries, digital libraries, which enables researchers and educators to benefit from the knowledge resources on different levels. Here you can notice that the experience is existed in all of the universities in all the Arab countries. However, our problem, the main problem, is the content, the digital content, because you would go to any virtual library with English mainly resources, and we don't have many Arabic contents, and this is our problem, not anybody's problem but ours. So the Arabic language, or the scientific research in Arabic language, is a big problem, and I believe that we have to disseminate our knowledge, because it is there, however it is absent. And I believe that the rule now is what is not on the internet is not even there. So we have to put a greater strategy in order to develop the contents, the digital contents in Arabic language. The experiences have showed us that introducing technology to education enhances the performance of the educational institution and the level of the outcomes in education entirely. So we should mention that benefiting from from information technology needs a certain level of rehabilitation and restructuring in order to reach the best outcome, because it is known that Asian countries were among the poor countries and the marginalized countries, and now, because of a long-term strategy, it is among the most important, strongest economically countries, and their universities are breaking many records in researches and inventions. South Korea was in the 50s, they were actually weaker than Tunisia or whatever countries, but they had put a strategy to make them ahead of us. So we have to set a strategy in order to develop our education. The education is the starting point if we want to raise the level of our societies and to benefit from whatever technology provides us with in order to be in line with the development in the world. And we can see that different countries and their economies are developing, of course, depending on intelligence and knowledge, because we are living in the society of knowledge. Because the agricultural society turned to be an industrial society, and this industrial society was transformed into a knowledge society. I believe that the press discourse says that we are very developed industrial-wise. However, I believe that we are still before the industrial phase. We have to establish a knowledge society that is depending on disseminating knowledge, illiteracy, and because the person who is illiterate is not the person who does not write and read. However, it is the person who cannot use technology and employ it in a way that is beneficial. And now we have what is called information literacy. This is the new definition that we have to introduce, and we have to actually provide our new generation with these tools. In Tunisia, we have many institutions which have interests in passing the knowledge and the technology in institutions. For example, in the Ministry of Education, we have the National Center for Technology, and we also have the virtual university, which is accompanying the 13 government universities in order to develop the remote learning. And I believe that our summit here will help in drawing the headlines in order to make our education as a success and to develop also the road of technology and education. And I believe that looking at these issues will help us in establishing the knowledge society and to invest in the capacities and capabilities which our countries need the most in order to develop the knowledge economy. And this will also lead to enhancing the performance of our institutions through revising the curricula and using the technologies through the internet, building the future university. I wish everybody a success, and assalamu alaikum.